all weird. Um, this one fits along the lines with the other nuggets that have been coming in, so why not? And what I want to talk about, it's funny. So Abraham will do this when she's talking, when they're talking with people that are saying, "But look at this unpleasant truth in front of me. It's true." Like, look at, you could take the twin flame thing. Look at, my twin is not with me. We are not in union and married and happily ever after, and they're not hugging me and loving me the way I want to. Or look at the business thing to where, like, I've got all this energy and I want to do this great thing, but I don't have an accountant, or I don't have somebody that can ship my stuff for me, or I don't know how to do a website. Or look at health stuff, like the big stuff that I went through. I can't find a surgeon who can do it in the time where it's really bugging me, or this will take a long time to heal, or whatever thing that it is. 10:24 on the clock, 7. Um, Instead of focusing on that stuff, because like, that stuff's true. Like, but one of the things that I love about especially the modern manifestation movement is that there isn't any lying in it. The idea isn't to trick yourself into believing something that is not true. It's to focus on the truths that are pleasurable, because when you are, like, all the whole world is all connected by electromagnetic energy, and even quantum physicists are finding the answers to a lot of questions that science previously said was a whole bunch of hoopla about ancient practices and magic and things like that, because they didn't have it's funny, they didn't have the tiny little pieces. Like, they were looking at the macro and saying, well, you don't see anything in there, there's nothing controlling it, there's no spirits in the sky. But when they went smaller and they went into the quanta level, they found a whole lot more, and then they were able to explain things that, people for, millennias have been knowing, but they didn't need to know that there was, quantum energy out there. They didn't need to know that everything was connected by an electromagnetic force that even goes out and is everywhere in space. They just knew that the energy was there. That's all that they needed to know. They had faith in that. They didn't need the explanations. But it's funny because we're now getting proof. Like, when we don't need proof anymore, we get proof. That's how things work. When you don't need it anymore, you get it. And that's the other part of that, is when you focus on what brings you joy that you have right now in this moment. And if you don't have something right in this moment, look for something, make something. I don't care if you're not willing to do it, you need to heal. As Maverick said, like, if you're resistant to the idea of either finding something very pleasurable or creating something very pleasurable, then that's your shadow work to do right now. If you're not in that place and you're okay with it, then maybe it's just simply turning your head. Like, if over this direction you're looking at, you don't have the relationship you want, you don't have the job you want or the business components that you want, then look over there. What's over there? Is there a cute little bunny chewing on a flower? That's pretty pleasurable. Take it a step up. Do you have a house over your head? Or an apartment? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have clothes? Do you have good friends? Like, do you have friends that you can talk to, that you can talk to about fun things, about embracing absurdities and things like that? Do you have people you can be playful with? Do you have an activity that you do at least once a week that really indulges your inner child? Like, what pleasures do you have going on in your life? If you don't have any, that's probably a large part about why you don't have union, or you don't have the business, or you don't have the thing. Like, what else are you working on that's not work, that's just play, that's just a pleasure thing, that when you find yourself going to a place of, like, I've got these truths in front of me and I'm over fixating on them or hyper fixating on them, what can I focus on that brings me pleasure? And I mean, all the people that are really famous for talking about this sort of stuff, they all talk about it. And my favorite reference would be with Abraham Hicks and talking about blue glass. For me, it's like ladybugs and rainbows and things like that, is to manifest things that just bring me pleasure. That when in fact, they most often come in either when I'm over focused on business or relationship stuff and not focused on manifesting ladybugs, and or they come in when I've released the other stuff, and so it allows in the other things, and then they become the herald of the manifestation that I really wanted, the business thing, the union thing, the friend thing, that stuff, then it starts to come in. And that's really cool. So it's good to have your own sort of blue glass and butterflies and ladybugs. Like, have a thing that you work on that just brings you pleasure. It doesn't have to be work. Can you write a story? Can you draw a picture? Can you um, talk about nonsense on YouTube? Can you engage with other people in live tarot chats? Can you sing music to yourself in the car? Like, what things do you have? Do you play guitar? Do you play music? Do you play with stuffies? What's a thing that you have that's just pleasure? Because there's going to be all sorts of moments in life when what's in front of you that you really want, there's obstacles to it. It's not ready yet. You don't have all the cooperative components in order to have the thing. And that means reflection, that the other thing that you want or the other person you want, they have more healing work to do, and so do you. And usually your healing work is just in that. Can you release control? Can you release the person or the thing and just go have fun? Can you allow it to come in? Because that's how the universe works. That's how manifestation works. You don't force things to you. Yes, there are times you can do that, but unless the cooperative components are there, you cannot force it. And especially when it comes to involving other beings, free will is involved, most especially with humans, So you cannot force it without violating all sorts of other laws and creating bad karma. So you have to allow it to come in. And the only way to allow it to come in is to not be angry or mad or super depressed about it, and to not be thinking about the right now, present moment of things in an icky, yucky way. You want to be like, think Eckhart Tolle, the power of now. You want to be there in a joyful way. You want to be there in a peaceful way. You want to be there in a way that's like, I really dig everything that I have right now. I'm really enjoying it. I have immense pleasure. I can take a hot bath. I have friends I can go hang out with. I have things I can work on. I have like little passion projects I can do when I'm waiting for the cooperative components to come in. Like, you just get focused on the present pleasure. Maybe I'll change the title to that. Like, focus on present pleasures, because that's what's going to allow in the other things that you want to allow that to have in that aren't so pleasant right now. And that's the main thing, is like, if you're getting focused on something that does not feel good, stop it. And I know that at first that's easier said than done, but it's really that simple. Like the KISS method, keep it simple, silly. Like, if it doesn't feel good to think about it, don't think about it. That's what your emotions are telling you. They're your GPS, they're your guidance system. If you're thinking about your business partner who is like, said they'd be totally down for stuff and now they're super busy and they're not available for you, and you're thinking about that and it brings a pit in your stomach or it makes you frustrated or anxious, stop thinking about it. Stop it. Think about something else. Go throw a ball at a wall until you're just silly with it. Or if you're thinking about that your twin flame is in with a karmic and in an icky situation, or you're in a no contact situation, or whatever you're going through, and it feels bad, you feel like that emptiness, that ache, that bruisedness, stop thinking about it. Do whatever you have to get your mindset off of that icky stuff, because what your GPS, your emotions are telling you is that that's bringing you into a lower vibration. And in order to manifest good things in good ways that are healthy, that are easy, that are joyful, that bring you gratitude and fulfillment, you want to be in a place where you feel good. And the only way to feel good is to stop thinking about what makes you feel bad. It's really that simple. Um, and you know what? I'm going to keep it simple, in under 10 minutes, and leave this video here. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.